Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. One thing I've noticed very weirdly here before we dive into the episode is that we seem to have lost a lot of the zombies. I know we've only got 2 people right now, so in theory we shouldn't have too many zombies anyway, and of course we've only just already recruited Cobra as well, but there's only 170 zombies on the map, and as you can see right now, things are set to a very high amount of zombies. So it's kind of weird to me that we've got so few. It's probably where I've, reinstalled the game about 6 or 7 times in the last week, or at least that's what it feels like right now. Oh my god, no way are all 170 zombies crammed into this tiny building. That's incredible. Oh well, so today, we can actually make some forward progress for what feels like the first time in forever. Yesterday, of course, we had, that character whose name I can't even remember. That's how much of a little impact they had on the colony. They died, Reese turned up, and then Reese recruited Cobra. Reese, fantastic at intellectual, fantastic at building. Cobra, fantastic at plants. Between us, we've got the abilities to survive, and honestly, that's all I'm really concerned about. So while Cobra holds down the fort, what we're going to do with Reese is get some research done. We do actually have a research table. More like Reese search. I can only apologize for that. But anyway, we've actually got the ability to sow trees as well, because this guy is very, very skilled. We could even grow Devil Strand if we got it to the stage whereby we could whereby we could actually research and obviously get that stuff planted. Now, what are our schedules looking like right now? So Reese is a night owl, I'm assuming. I honestly don't remember. He is night owl animal lover, absolutely fine. We've got 2 tamed buffalo as well. You guys point out we should really set a very specific area for those guys to go so they don't end up eating all the crops, and I do very much agree with that. The only thing I worry about is if we set them here, that might not be enough food for them. Ideally, what we want to do is get terrain rehabilitation, dig up all of this stuff, and turn this into another sort of micro farm. We need to basically make better use of all the land we've got right now. So I'm thinking before we launch into some long-term research, we'll probably dig up all of these buildings, try and clear up all of this stuff, so that way Cobra can, if necessary, make a massive farm and sort of ensure that we've got enough food coming in, grow some Devil Strand, whatever else that we need right now. But this is very nice. Honestly, we've got such a cushy little base right now. We are getting to the stage where we might even want to consider turning on tank zombies, and to be honest, I wouldn't be so much against turning on tank zombies anyway, simply because we can see them coming now. With Fog of War, they were a little too powerful because they could just mine out our walls and we'd never know, but now we can see them coming. I actually have no problem with doing that. I might put them on, depending on how we get on this episode. I don't want to count our chickens before we hatch, especially as we've only just gotten back up on our feet. I don't want to immediately, consign these 2 guys to dying. Almost everyone in the comment section has said, please just keep your power armor on at all times. I guess I kind of agree. I want to sort of maximize the efficiency we've got, because of course we've only got 2 people, but I do kind of agree with you guys that part of the reason we've only got 2 people is because we didn't have power armor and people were dying. So for the time being then, we'll stick them back in some power armor, and hopefully that will help keep things. I mean, they're going to move a lot slower, but the payoff is definitely worth it. I mean, the fact that we don't have to worry about our people dying in a hurry. The one thing I want to check as well is they can also use, that's what I want to tick here, load-bearing gear, so they can also have, backpacks, tribal vests, whatever else, so that they can carry a little bit more stuff, because the power armor is going to have so much bulk. We want to make sure that, they're not completely weighed down by that. They do have ways of carrying other stuff too. Let's get these guys nicely equipped then. So that's 2 people in power armor, and they've got backpacks, and I believe they've also got tactical vests there as well. Cobra definitely has. What about Reese? Reese also has as well. Nice, okay. And to be honest, they're not actually moving as slow as I thought. We really should not put a tree in front of that front door, huh? Let's go ahead and remove that as soon as possible, thank you. But yeah, no, honestly, that's really not too bad at all. He's going to go milk the buffalo, and then I think, like I said, we'll start by tearing down all of these buildings, give us as much room as possible, and then we'll have Reese just, grow crops, grow plants. We can't really do a whole lot else, unfortunately. So we might as well maximize what we've got with this guy. Actually, I take back everything I said. The power armor really hasn't slowed them down much at all. I kind of wish we'd never taken off in the first place. What is the movement penalty? It's only like minus 0.2 or something like that, right? Which I think is a 20% movement speed penalty, essentially. Let's go to gear a second and just take a look. It's not at all, actually. It actually doesn't affect it. What the fuck? Oh, am I going insane? I feel like in base game Rimworld, it definitely affects their movement speed, right? Whereas in this here, I can't see anything that would imply it just gives them bulk, maybe, but it also lets them carry more. I suppose it's power armor in this, in the literal sense, similar to sort of like Fallout, lets you carry more because it has, servos in it and pneumatic, and it actually lets you carry more because it is, at the end of the day, power armor. Interesting. That's a nice little application there, then. So rather than it being a detriment to you doing work, it actually gives you a bonus to that. Also gives a bonus to weapon handling, too? Why? That doesn't really make much sense. Oh, I guess because maybe you've got stronger arms because it's full of machinery, so you can hold your gun more steady. I have no idea. The helmet also gives an aiming accuracy. Oh right, so the power armor I should have never taken off ever. Right, there's me assuming that they hadn't changed from base game Rimworld. I apologize for that then, because we could have potentially kept so many more people alive. But hey, That's just part of the learning experience, huh? So let's go ahead and rip all of this shit down then, because I believe that's all the roof's gone now at least. Or at least it will be, obviously, when we've finished off this last little bit. That'll do it. So we can take all of this stuff down without having to worry about, you know, roofs collapsing on our head, that type of thing. We'll focus on this stuff first. I would like to get this building sort of hollowed out, and we'll build a sort of external defense area. Or alternatively, what we could do with this building is if you want to use Orion's hospitality mod, given that this is probably going to be our main entrance, we could turn this into an area whereby people could come and stay with us. You know, we could put some beds in here, some food, whatever else, and use that as a hotel, essentially, a guest room for people. Now, another comment I saw on yesterday's was that oak actually is less effective than poplar trees, so I should be planting poplar trees instead. But seeing as we've already got this field mostly planted, it takes a very, very long time to plant oak trees as well. Seeing as we've already got most of this field done, I'll just leave that as oak for the time being, and then next harvest we'll swap it over to poplar or something else instead. And then we'll use this field as poplar trees, and then we'll, you know, plant Devil's Strand or whatever else whenever Reese finally wakes up. It's a shame he's a night owl, because, you know, these two getting social would be somewhat nicer there, but I suppose it's not a big deal. It means we've always got a town guard. So in event of, you know, a weird tank zombie turning up or something like that, someone is always going to be prepared and ready to strike, in theory. So that should be the last of the roofs now, and then we can actually really start, yeah. Now, the amount of steel we're going to get from this as well is going to be kind of nice. We've got, what is this one? So how many steel walls we got around in this area then? Oh my god, it's all steel wall, mostly. And then we've got a little bit of limestone, marble, and slate as well. Good for just patching up, you know, holes in walls, that type of thing. I'd love to replace all of our external wooden walls, especially with stone or even steel. That way we're not going to be so susceptible to fires and things like that too. Plus, you know, obviously they have a bit more durability to them as well. Okay then, this could be something. A group of tribespeople have arrived. Now, normally this wouldn't be such a concern, but you've got to remember we don't have a natural zombie barrier around every point of the base. They've got a taser, obviously not too lethal. It's quite a short-range weapon. It's quite lethal when they get close, because it's an instant stun, naturally. But it's got such a minimal range to it, I'm not too concerned. We've got a musket, again, really not too much of a concern there, given that those things take about 4 years to reload. Then they've got a recurve bow and a short bow. So the most lethal person is Val, I believe. Yeah. Val also has decent shooting. The rest of them are not skilled in the least. So I think we'll focus on taking out Val first. Honestly, I think this character should be our second highest priority just because the taser is that lethal at close range. Let's make sure our guys have something equipped then. Now, what have I got in terms of their loadouts? They're just set to... We could set them to nothing. That way, if we get them again... Oh, when they're drafted... Am I not mistaken in thinking when they're drafted, they actually don't swap guns automatically or anything like that? Now, what's loaded is going to be the real question. Shit, this could be a problem, huh? We got hollow point bullets in the revolver. Okay, that's something. We do have grenades, but I want to save those for mechanoids, potentially. Oh, combat handgun has a decent amount of stuff in it, right. So, Reese, go get that combat handgun. And then let's get Cobra to come and pick up... What's Cobra shooting? Okay, it's not very good. Not very good at all, but that's alright. I mean, we can't win them all. Let's go and get this, I mean, armor piercing seems like I would want to save that. We got hollow point. Hollow point against unarmored opponents, against tribal opponents especially, seems very, very good. Let's go get squatted up. Now, where are they going to come in through? I don't believe any of them have grenades, so they're just going to mine in through that wall there. Or they've decided to steal what they can and leave. Interesting. They're just going to grab some silver that they found on the floor and piss off. Okay, that's not a problem at all then. Cobra, in that case, just go and fight this fire, and we actually should have nothing to worry about here, right? Please put that fire out. Okay, cool. We're fine. They've actually just came in, stole some silver and left. Not a problem as far as I'm concerned. In fact, the squirrels are going to try and hunt them down. Or, more specifically, the zombies are going to go and attack the squirrels there. Good. We've got more zombies spawning in too, which is always nice to see, because they're our sort of natural defense, like I said. Oh god, that entire pack is raging now, huh? If we ever think that we're going to lose the campaign, first thing I'm going to do is open up these walls and just watch the chaos unfold. I think that'd be so fun to watch. And because these guys are no longer drafted, they're just going to drop those weapons on the floor. I need to make sure those weapons aren't just left around, though. You know, we need to make sure they're not dropping them outside, or like we have with the prison break, not leaving them in the bathroom for other people to go and get. I think now we just basically want to deconstruct everything, because that will also give us back a few components as well. I don't think it's going to affect the base at all. The main reason I want to do this is if we do have a main entrance, the last thing we want is raiders using it to walk in. The last thing we want is zombies using it to walk in and then hiding in this big sort of labyrinth of buildings. We want to make things as simple as possible. And then, of course, you know, like I said, we can also repurpose the land with farms, Devil's Strand, cotton, whatever else we decide to grow with it. This is very nice, though. It's going to give us so many natural resources in the form of steel. We've already got, look at that, 312 there, minus the 52 from that one, and obviously minus that little bit outside the walls that we can't get, but that's another 250 steel at least. That's quite a nice amount. Now, we've got to start saving up for multi-analyzer and advanced research bench. We need both of those if we ever stand a goddamn chance of outpacing the planet killer weapon. A lot of people have said that they don't really like the idea of the planet killer weapon. We've got 2 years left on it. Now, I know things have not gone well. We've already used essentially a third of our time, but I know how to play now. I'm sort of used to the scenario. I know what we've got to watch out for and how we've got to keep things balanced. I think right now we've got a very, very nice little work order. And as long as we don't get hit by any hardcore raids, sieges, anything like that, in theory, we might be able to outpace it. Now, if things are looking really bad, if we've only got like a year left or something like that, what we could do, pack a bunch of pemmican, make a bunch of packaged survival meals, and piss off over to the spaceship. That way we could just get on that. You know, that only takes 12 days. It's risky. It's obviously very, very risky, but it would get us... It's like 3 days, actually, thinking about it. But, hey, it's very, very risky, but it will, you know, be a potential win condition there. I still think we'll be fine, so don't worry about it too much. Now that I think about it, this will make such a much better entrance. It makes so much more sense, because not only is it more naturally protected with these existing walls and the river, but we could simply, you know, we could put a massive wall down that side of the river there, and that will block anything off coming from this direction, because they can't pass through this deep water. It basically means that the only enemies that could affect us are anything that sort of naturally wanders through this area. If we patch this up, even if we wanted to just straight up patch across there, patch up these walls here, that gives, what, 3 blocks there and 3 blocks there for any zombies to get through. It's like an inner chamber, basically. Now, I believe allies, like trading caravans, can get through doors as well, can't they? So the only way a zombie would actually be able to attack them, if they were in this zone, would be if they were agitated, because it's only agitated zombies that can attack doors. So that might be a very sensible idea. Now, what are they trading right now? Because we actually might want to just go and straight up see what they've got going on. You know what? Let's absolutely do that. Have we got, like, yeah, let's put a steel door here. We have just a ridiculous amount of steel right now. I'm more than happy to do this. Reese, let's go and see what they've got. Who's got us highest social stat, then? My God. Cobra Bar. That's his name. His name is Cobra Bar. I don't think I need to... I've got a whole list of names ready to start renaming colonists. I want to see if they'll last an episode first before I rename them. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just throwing away the names that people have given me there. Let's go see what they've got. But I feel like Cobra and Reese at this stage definitely have earned their names. All right. Okay, this is interesting. We got some human meat. What? We've got... we could obviously sell them, you know, all of our rice, all of our potatoes, because I think we've got way too much for 2 people there. Components as well. Now, obviously, they don't have any, but if there was another caravan that did, then I'd be very tempted to trade for that. Oh, they do have. They have 37. We don't need any for the time being, but that in the future could be very, very essential here. Oh, ammo might be a very good shout. Not only could we empty our own kind of bulky stockpile right now of ammo that for a lot of it we don't need, but we actually might be able to buy stuff that we obviously do need. What about, like, some of these old clothes? I mean, if they're not wearing it, I assume I can sell it because it's, you know, it's got to be inferior in that case. So let's get rid of all this shit. It's goodbye, dog leather jacket. We've got plus steel armor vest. Don't really want that one either. Devil's Strand cowboy hat. I mean, we could always do with that, but to be honest, oh, radiation suit could be nice. Don't forget, we are playing in a scenario whereby there are more toxic fallout. So this, for our, you know, for the guy going outside a lot, maybe if you wanted to get in a final harvest or something like that, the radiation suit might not be a bad plan. They don't really have a huge amount of things I'm interested in too much, but I'm going to accept that for the time being. Oh, they don't have enough silver. Shit. Okay, give me about that dog leather jacket then, I guess. That'll do. We might as well start building up a small amount of silver just for the future. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Nice. There's like 800 silver out here. I'm just leaving on the floor. Reese, if you want to quickly haul all that stuff... There we go. Let's get all of that stuff grabbed up as soon as possible. Thank you. Just because, you know, it's a nice little bit extra there. And I think we'll start fortifying this area. You know, that's also why I want to start working on turrets as well, so we have access to these traders, microelectronics, so that we get access to the trade ships and stuff. I feel like, call me crazy here, but I feel like just having buckets and buckets of sewage around could cause some issues. And I imagine it's just making the base fucking just disgusting. The smell would be awful. That's like months and months, since we started the base, just months and months of barrels of shit just lying around. A plague? What do you mean the plague, you weird man? Okay, that's very annoying. Right, okay. I mean, he should just be set to bed rest anyway. Oh my God, is he the only one that can tend to himself as well? Yeah, he is. Luckily, he's got very, very good tending stat, and that's one of the best reasons for having medicine in the inventory. I think that's definitely already paid for itself, setting that up, huh? Man, that could be a big concern. That could be a very, very big concern depending on how this plays out. Sure. You should be okay, I think, if we just keep him in bed for a while, let this plague fuck off, because this could be quite a serious issue, obviously. Immunity 6%, the plague is that we're just staying ahead, but my God, are we going to have to stay on top of his tending? We're staying only a couple of percent ahead here. My God, I'm going to have to be so careful. Oh, Muffalo is pregnant. That's obviously great news. Thank you. That's, just in case Cobra does die of the plague here, that's great news for Reese, because that's the only way he's actually going to be able to stay alive in this scenario. I guess traders as well would have been another way we can keep things going here. Pack of man-hunting fishing mouse. So these things are very interesting. The reason they're called fishing mouse, I don't think we've seen in this series, is because when you kill one fishing mouse will split into 2 second-generation fishing mice. Those 2 second-generation fishing mice will both split into, I believe it's 3 third-generation fishing mice. So from 1, let me do some maths here. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get like 9 fishing mice out of it. That's clearly wrong, but you do get a lot of little animals just from this small pack. We could potentially get, you know, up to, what, like 27 there? Something ridiculous like that. So I think we could, if we wanted to here, get a shit ton of food. Now, they are Manhunter. All it would require, really, is knocking this door down, which I think I'm absolutely going to do right now. Do you think Reese is strong enough to be able to solo them? I mean, he's got very, very good melee stat, obviously. Are they now... Oh my god, it's not claimed. Okay, honestly, wasn't expecting that. Reese, you might want to squad up, my man. He's wearing power armor at the end of the day. I think we should probably go and get a better weapon than this, though. We've got a steel axe, jade axe. We've got marble club. Might not be a bad idea. We've got spear. Good steel spear. What's got the highest DPS? Let's just go by that, because honestly, it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, well, that gives plant work speed. Whoa, that's obviously very good for Cobra then. Okay, nice. Okay, I need to absolutely switch that over in a second then, huh? You know, just go get your spear. Just go get anything. It really does not matter what we get here. They're mice at the end of the day. They're not going to be that much of a threat. Yeah, there we go. 2 hits and they're already down. Let's go ahead and finish these off, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. So we kill 1, 2 more spawn from it. This is going to give us so much food. Oh god, 3 more spawn from it. This is going to give us so much food, because obviously then we can just set these things to hunt. As we hunt them, chances are they will go into manhunter mode, which would kind of be the ideal situation, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and finish things up. Now, I believe with combat extended, I might be wrong here, so I'm just going to double check. With combat extended, I believe we can set it up to allow for melee hunting. We can. That's obviously very, very good, because now I can just set drafted hunt and search and destroy, and in theory, you should go and finish all these fucking little things off. There we go, take him down. Look at all this food we've basically been given here, huh? And then we'll set those to be hunted, and then in theory, I should just be able to leave him, and then he'll... If I do that, will he go and do it now? Oh, I probably need to set him to actually hunt, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's set him to hunt, and we'll see if we can't finish off all of these little shitty animals too. Nice work. Might have to wait, though, because we now have a group of tribespeople from the nation of Bust Peep have arrived. It's one man. It's Trogo, Barton, and Rava. Have you got a shotgun? Oh, they're on muskets still. Muskets and flintlocks I'm not too bothered by. I mean, we might as well just wait and see what they do, because I'm not really certain they're going to be up to much. They might knock down a wall, I guess. They might end up stealing that power armor. They're just attacking anything. Okay, interesting strategy. That is a bold strategy, Cotton. Our boy Reese is going to go and club these mice a little bit more. That's okay. Right, so for the time being, let's get ourselves a gun then and go and just go and make sure these guys are dealt with. So we're looking for any sort of hollow point weapon would be fantastic. We've got a little bit of ammo left in that gun there. Good God, we are running quite low on ammo at this stage. So you guys have also pointed out, and I really should point this out this episode before I forget, otherwise I'll get a million more comments. This is added by the weaponry mod that I've talked about briefly. Now, apparently we can also buy ammo with this mod. So if that's true, we could put this down, I mean, anywhere, and obviously restock our stockpile quite significantly. Was that bolt action rifle? That had some hollow point in it, right? Oh, it's armor piercing. Seems like a waste. It seems like a waste. We will not have a point. You know, we've got a little bit of a gun there. That'll do. Go grab that, boy. There we go. Right. Sorry. Draft up. Grab the gun, because that way you shouldn't drop it on the floor. Single fire. Hollow point. That should do it. He's going to go and attack the wall that connects it up to another wall. That's an interesting strategy, I'll be honest with you. What are the other 2 attacking? They've honestly just spread out through the world and they're attacking randomly. Okay, well, I mean, we could just walk out there and go and shoot him by the time he's not down this wall. Because it's genuinely going to take him about 4 years at the rate he's going right now. Let's go hide behind these rocks and just kill him dead. Just absolutely kill him dead. Good work. Incredible. Careful, he's got a musket. Okay, well, that's 1 down. Oh, we could capture him. Bleeding out 1 hour. Nope, we almost certainly could not. He's destroyed his lung. You know what? Let's not bother with that one. If we can capture someone else, I'm more than happy to. What is he doing? If you unleash that zombie horde, I will cry. Where's the other one then? We should probably focus on whichever one's probably better for the colony. So we've got this guy here, who has good melee, good construction. Honestly, he's all around fairly well skilled, and he's got some decent passions there too. And then we've got Suicidal McGee up here, who's going to unleash the zombie horde, who's not nearly so good. So I think what we'll do is we'll send Reese down to try and see if we can melee this guy, rather than straight up shoot him to death with our hollow point weapon. If we hide behind this wall... Oh, here we go. This will do it. This will do it. Beat him to death. There's no way in hell a guy in power armor is going to be outpunched by a man with a flintlock pistol. Please, don't... I shouldn't have said that, because now I've jinxed it, huh? Come on, take him down. I believe. This is a fight going on for hours. Okay, now he shouldn't be bleeding out either. We didn't destroy anything. We've got ourselves a prisoner. We've got ourselves a prisoner. This is great news. I don't know if that is great news, actually, because Prisoner's been nothing but, famously, a complete pain in the ass this entire series. But hey, I'll take that. Let's get this reinstalled the other way around so we don't have to worry about feeding them or anything like that either. There you go. Let's get this done. Obviously, we can't tend to him because this guy's incapable of tending, but that's okay. Right, boom. Welcome. How are you doing, Cobra? How's your old plague coming along, my friend? It's at 33%. Its immunity is at 45%. He should be fine in theory. You know, he's gotten ahead quite a lot there. I think we're safe enough to allow him to tend to this guy as well. Then we'll go ahead and set this thing to critical again so we can actually put some food in the damn thing. Okay, there we go. That's a nice bullet avoided there. So he's developed some immunity at 72% as well. So we were way too safe with that one. And honestly, I think that's the way we've really got to play. I didn't want to risk, you know, getting him up, getting him to plant some more trees to try and save a little bit of time with that one. I know time is important, but it's more important to actually have a guy that can plant trees, you know? So I've actually changed his loadout to plant. So he should get an axe equipped. Hopefully, I mean, he's already got one equipped. Nice work. So that's going to speed up a little bit too. We've got this whole area to work with well, and this looks so much nicer, huh? Having this whole area opened up so we can put down, you know, like a new prison. We could put it right smack bang in the middle of it so it is far away from those walls. I'd love to start sort of defending the rest of the area, like I said I would, you know, building, sort of patching up these small areas, patching up the doors too, so that the zombies can't get through, and sort of making this area super, super safe for traders and such things. Oh Lord, send help. This must be horrifying to live right next to. I mean, the noise coming out of it is unbelievable, and that's all because of this tiny little fishing mouse running around. That's just driving them all into an absolute fury. I can't wait to open this up. Maybe next episode, if you guys want me to, I will open that up and we'll see. I think we should be able to defeat the zombies. You know, if you have enough weapons, we didn't use the grenades or some sort of explosive there to really clear them out quickly. I mean, if we use the trouble grenades, even the frag grenades, because they fire out shrapnel, that would probably clear this out no problem, because you know, they are set to slightly weaker to make up for the fact that we have thousands of them potentially at once there. Man, maybe I'll do that now. I mean, it would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? How can I not? Okay. Fucking, I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? Go get yourself some frag grenades. Go get yourself, we're gonna have some fun. You know, I'm sick of these goddamn zombies keeping me awake at night. This is a horrible idea. This is a horrible, look at this. Oh, God. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Just chuck a grenade. Just chuck a grenade. I don't think he can, mainly because he hasn't got sight on them. Okay, that'll do it. Alright. Hello, friends. How are we doing? Fuck, what have I done? Did he only pick up one grenade? What are you, a psychopath? Go and get the rest of them. Well, we've uncorked it. Now we've got to somehow deal with it. To be honest, I kind of do want these advanced components. I've been talking about it for quite a long time. Ah, no, what have I done? They're going after the fishing mice. Shit, what a mistake. Cobra, you stay there. I'll deal with this mess. What have we got? We've got a sword. It's a steel. We've got steel spear. We've got another steel longsword there. If I go to the weapons tab. Oh, we don't have that mod anymore because I don't believe it works to come extended, right? What's our best melee weapon we've got then? We've got like a normal steel spear. I don't believe the damage is affected by the actual... Oh, this one looks good. Let's go for this good steel spear. By the quality of it, is there is a mod that does that though. Let's do it. Power Armor Man versus very angry, oh god, gigantic zombie horde. Fight me. Fight me, you cowards. Oh, there are so many. What have I done? I might have underestimated things here. I genuinely might have underestimated things. Get to work. Oh god, they're actually really strong. Oh shit. What have I done? Okay, this is fine. You just get back indoors. You just get back indoors. Go get yourself a gun. You get yourself a gun. Go get yourself some explosives, and we'll go and clear this out. Look at the move. They're like a tide. Oh, my Muffalos, you bitch. Okay. Right. Set it to burst fire. Let's go ahead and reload. We did have some LMG ammo. It's not a huge amount, though. I think we only had, like, 32 bullets. Oh, no. How many zombies are there? I mean, there's got to be a lot. There's got to be a lot. Luckily, most of them haven't left yet. Right. Kill them all. Just kill them all. Just at least kill one or two. It bounced off him. Oh, my God. It actually just bounced off him. Why did I do this again? Somebody remind me why this was a good idea. Cobra, you don't want to come out here. Cobra, we can pick him up. It'd just take a while though. It would just take me maybe a couple of years. We've cleared out some of them. Unfortunately, the rest are now coming out of the building too. Why don't I knock a hole in this wall and just let them all out? Will that work? I feel like they'd then go out into the world and just hunt things down that aren't, you know, attached to my base or my people. So maybe that will work. There you go. You can all piss off now. You can go. You're free from your prison. I've done a good thing, actually. I've really just done a good thing for zombie kind, I think. He's really doing a good job of actually, like, genuinely clearing them out. Not even kidding. Like, even rage, they do take a lot more killing, but they are still killable, and that's the important thing. I'm sorry, Muffalo. I'm so sorry, Muffalo, but this has gotta go. This has gotta go. Nice! Oh, that was absolutely devastating. Okay, that was worth it. That alone was so cool. Holy shit. Right, so we know how to deal with these guys now. Just wait for them to start eating something, and then we could even use this Muffalo as like a... Oh, God, we should not fire in Willet grenades, huh? We should wait for these guys to just go on the Muffalo, and then we can come in and finish them off. What's Cobra doing? Cobra's having a bath while this all blows over. Don't blame you. Like, these guys up here, I mean, it's not really worth wasting a grenade on, but that's really, really nice. I'm so happy we saw that. In theory, if we just stand at this doorway and let them come to us, they shouldn't be able to do a huge amount of damage, right? Because we're not going to be surrounded. They're coming in very slowly. That tree is actually working wonders for us here. Look at this. It's slowing them down so fucking much because they're sticking right to the corner. That's not good news. Miles away. That is good news. Oh, that's a lot, though. I guess replacing all the ones we just killed, huh? Oh, my good lord. Well, that's interesting. Reese is really just absolutely holding it down. Right, take out these other few then, and we'll, let's say Bonnet. Oh my god, Bonnet, was that you? You look so different, my friend. Reese, now's not the time for this. Oh god. Okay. He's gone into a daze. It's okay, it's fine. You know, we cleared out a lot of the Horde there. They're no longer raging, so we managed to lower the group down quite significantly. I don't know if he will defend himself in the event of zombie attack, so Cobra might have to come in here and try and... We might have to try and save Reese with Cobra. He will defend himself. Okay, well, that's fine, though. I'm still going to keep Cobra around just to sort of keep guard, to keep watch, to make sure things aren't going to go to shit so much. Calm him down. Calm him down. Please. Please, save this man's life. I don't think he'd be at any threat anyway, because there's power armor. Power armor and combat extended, I've always complained about this. There are two things combat extended I don't really like the balancing of. One is power armor. Well, I mean, power armor slash shields, and the other is grenades, as we've discussed before. Power armor is just so horribly OP. And the fact that we've obviously had many people turn up with power armor now because of various mods, it's made the zombies somewhat trivial, which is why I've so desperately tried to grab this. But obviously, if we get more than 4 people, then we are going to have a real problem here, because there's not enough power armor to go around at that point. He's good. He's back with us. Thank you. Right, I'm going to clear the rest of this out very soon. But for the time being, that was handled quite nicely, I think. Why are you eating nutrient paste meals? You've got a whole... What? I've just set him to search and destroy it, and honestly, he's a complete powerhouse. While they're distracted with these guys, it's not even a challenge. Now, what we wanted out of this building was the gold, so that we could build a multi-analyzer, because that would give us the 50 gold necessary to build the damn thing, and the advanced components. With those two, our research goals are basically good forever. So this did have a reason to it. It wasn't just doing it to be a shitlord, basically. But we've still got to fight through quite a large horde here. There is obviously still a very small chance he could be infected. I think the power armor is just too good, isn't it? If it was me, I would personally nerf that down quite a lot if I knew even the slightest bit about Rimworld modding. You know when I said if I knew the first bit about Rimworld modding, I would actually nerf this? I have actually just nerfed it down a little bit there. So I've turned the armor down. I basically dropped it all by just an integer, essentially. So sharp armor was 0.8, it's now 0.7. Blunt was 0.4, now it's 0.3. Drop down the heat as well, because there are a lot of flame weapons in combat extended that I think I would like him to be a bit more susceptible to, because we just seem invincible in this fucking thing. And I'll keep altering it so that the zombies are, in a big horde, still... You know, not insurmountable, but still potentially could pose a threat to these guys, because we've essentially just cleared out this entire building with one man and his spear. And that right there is problem solved. Lovely. Great. Okay, fantastic stuff. So what we'll do then is we'll firstly go and grab this stuff, because this was really what I was here for. We'll grab that, and then we'll also disconnect this ground-penetrating scanner outside allowed area, area 1. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And then what I kind of want to do is actually push the walls back somewhat, so that they're not... We've got a wall's worth of buffer, so that way they're not constantly raging out should we deign to try and walk along this road here. So let's go ahead and expand that zone area. So we'll say all of this stuff there. There we go, perfect. Let's go and deconstruct this and sort of see what we can get out of it. He is on the verge of having just like a complete fucking collapse here. So I do need to be somewhat... Oh no, please. Just get this done and then you can go to bed, I promise you. I promise you that this is the last thing. There we go, boom. Prioritize all and all of that. That's it. Okay, I'm really happy with how that went. We've got an advanced component. We've got enough gold to now build our multi-analyzer. Obviously, this is incredible stuff. Let him have a rest. It's incredibly well deserved. The pieces are now all essentially in place for a long-term research task to be undertaken. We've got microelectronics queued up. I believe we now have everything we need for, well, when he's dropped that other thing. Do we have plasteel? You know, in hindsight, we might not... Well, I don't think we actually have any plasteel, do we? Oh, shit. Okay. So we need some plasteel as well, but then, I mean, I guess we get that via traders, things like that as well. So, might not be too much of a problem, but we have got enough gold, and that was the main thing. One advanced component. There is another ground penetrating scanner over here. There's also a cryptosleep casket that we could also grab. that's going to give us enough components to build a fabrication bench too, so we could essentially live just from traders and trade ships now. Pretty excited for where this is going to go. In the meantime, though, thank you all for watching. I haven't actually had a chance yet to redo the Patreon list since I have reset my PC. I did that again yesterday. I don't know if I've actually talked about it again in the video, but the replacement hard drive from the last time it blew up arrived yesterday, so I had to do a full reinstall of Windows, so I haven't got my Patreon list, and I haven't got my outro card either. And CK2 doing the series finale of that, go and watch that now available. That was garbage. That took actually way longer than expected because things did not go to plan in that series. So I had to mod in a bunch of extra stuff for that as well. Should be back on the regular schedule, hopefully tomorrow, with a new series of CK2. Carrying on with this, which is only on an upwards trend. Granted, we are about to be annihilated by a planet killer, what feels like any day now, so this could end kind of horribly as well. But I'll make sure I get all those shoutouts and the new list done for tomorrow, so I shall see you all, guys, over there tomorrow. Thank you. I'm already planning out this outro if you can't. I'm completely lost without these lists, I'm going to be completely honest.